Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Good morning. So it is Friday, September 30th, and we are now on week 2 of my 5 milligram Mounjaro shot. So week 1 was good, and I'll give you a recap of that later. But for right now, let's get into it. So anatomy of the pen, as usual, gray cap. Don't take that off until you're ready to inject. Then you've got your locking mechanism. Only turn it to green when it's to your stomach or thigh, and you're ready to push the button. And then, as always, I check to make sure the bubble's in there so that I know the medication hasn't frozen, and it looks clear, not yellow. We're all good to go. All right, so I injected on this side last time, so now we're gonna go with this side today. And as always, you want to sterilize it with an alcohol prep pad. We're gonna do here. Go a little bit lower today. And what I like to do is when I inject the medication, I do like to look and make sure that I see it go into me, which is why I like injecting into my stomach, because it's horizontal, so I can see the needle and the plunger come down after I click the button. It just helps. It helps me ensure that I know the medication is going in and that I'm not missing anything. Where if you inject it into your thigh, unless you're like craning your neck, you really can't see it go in. All right, so this should be dry enough. Needle looks fine. Press to the skin, unlock, and inject. And that's it, it's in. There's a teeny weeny little blood spot, but that's no big deal. Yeah. There's just a little drop of medication on the needle, that's fine. I got all of it. All right, now let's put my my business away. There we go, and that's it. All right, so we're starting week 2 on the 5 milligram Mounjaro, and I will see you very shortly for a recap. Hi friends, happy Monday. It is Monday, October 3rd. I'm trying to do my best to make it a priority to touch base with you guys throughout the week, so that way you can get a better idea of how things are going. So just a quick update. I did weigh in like a pound heavier this morning than my lowest weight in the last video. It's normal fluctuation, it is what it is. And that's okay. But I just wanted to remind you, like I had to remind myself today, that Mounjaro is not a miracle drug. You know, it's not the be-all end-all. It's not the thing that's going to fix all of your problems. I had some medical issues that contributed to my weight gain, yes, but ultimately it was my lack of discipline and poor choices that led me to gain as much weight as I did. So, while this drug is a great tool to help me get the weight off, it's not a replacement for building a healthy lifestyle that I can maintain. And I was fighting with myself today to go down into the basement and, do my 30-minute weightlifting workout because I skipped it last week. I needed to prioritize it this week. And I just kept trying to find excuses like, well, you already got your step school in for the day. That could count. No, it counted last week. It shouldn't count this week. And then, well, you know, you have like 2 loads of laundry sitting in your hamper that need to be folded, right? Yeah, but a workout only takes a half an hour. And now I'm recording a video, go figure. Laundry's not getting folded tonight. It's okay, it'll wait. But it was interesting because some nights, some weeks, some days, it's really easy to, you know, go down and exercise. I'm motivated to do it. But really what it comes down to is the discipline of sticking to these habits that I want to maintain when I don't feel like it. And that's what's hard. So that really got me thinking about what my why is, because being fat's easy. I could be fat for the rest of my life and be fine. I could take the easy road. It's no effort. I could sit on the couch every day after work and not have to balance all of these things, including a new YouTube channel to hold myself accountable. But if it's easy, it's not worth it. If it's worth it, it's not easy. See my cat? He's such a good boy. Back to it because I lost my train of thought. I've never been a normal size. I'm only 5 feet tall and I've always been like a violet Beauregard. Is that the girl from Willy Wonka who turned into a blueberry? Like, I've always felt like her. I've always felt like... And it's really disheartening. So my hope is that I can use this time that I'm on the medication and then, fingers crossed, find something else that'll help me to maintain once I have to come off of it. To build that discipline, build those healthy habits, so eventually they just become second nature and I don't have to deal with it anymore. It's a part of my life. But why am I doing that? Do I want to look better? Yes. Do I want to be stronger? Yes. But my why is really kind of stupid. So I'm really big into anime. And I don't know if like anyone else watches like Attack on Titan, One Punch Man, My Hero Academia, but I want to feel powerful and be powerful. Like I want to be a badass and I want to look like a badass and I want to be strong. I want to be really strong. And like, yeah, I'm strong now, but there's a difference between how people perceive you and how you actually are. And I want people to perceive me as being, you know, a strong, capable person. And, you know, you gotta walk the walk and talk the talk. All I know is I'll watch a Marvel movie or I'll watch like a really compelling anime, and then I'll just be like, oh, they're such a badass, I want to be like them. And it's what I want. So if this was at all interesting to you, drop your why or what you think your why is for why you're doing this down below in the comments, and I will catch you later on this week further down the video. Hi friends, welcome back. So we just finished week 6 on Mounjaro, my second 5 milligram shot. So let's see how things went. I know you had a little bit of an update from me on Monday about what your why was. So let's get into the rest of the week. So I started the week at 170.6 pounds. I ended the week at 169.4. So that's only about a 1.4 pound loss, which in comparison to the losses that I have seen in previous weeks is a little bit of a bummer, but we're still losing. I can't complain. It's just not as fast as it was before. I don't know if this will be a trend going forward because I will be on the 5 milligram dose for 2 months this time, but we'll see. Otherwise, let's get into symptoms. I'm referring to my notes here if you see me looking down. Dry mouth is still persisting a little bit, but using the TheraBreath mouthwash and the Xylamelts at night, in addition to adjusting the settings on my machine for sleep apnea. It's getting incrementally better day by day and week by week. So we're just gonna keep playing with things. It's I'm still waking up with dry mouth, but it's less severe dry mouth, which is very nice. And generally I'm sleeping for much longer before I wake up, which is fine. I can't complain. For my diet, we are still at about 12 to 1500 calories depending on the day. I did on Wednesday get barbecue for dinner. It was fabulously delicious. I got a half a rack of ribs and some french fries. I only ended up eating a quarter of the ribs and about half of the french fries, and then I saved the rest for lunch the next day on Thursday, and it was delicious. And then I did also make a vegan butternut squash chili for meal prep. Since I didn't record a picture or get like a snapshot of the shepherd's pie from last week, I did actually record myself making the chili for you, and we'll roll into that now. Hi friends! So I figured, since I didn't show you at least a picture of the shepherd's pie that I made last week, I would show you my meal prep of a butternut squash chili. So this is a recipe that I got from another YouTube channel called Bernard the Nard Dog, and he is a vegan YouTube chef. And I saw this recipe, it came up in my recommendeds, and I thought it looked pretty good, so let's try it out. So I have already mise-en-ed my place for you, so it's gonna be a little bit like cooking show style because everything's done. I normally don't cook like this, but you know, it do be how it do be. What do I want to use to cook with? I'm thinking this spoon. And so the first thing he does in his video is he puts in the olive oil and then he scoops in tofu. So we're gonna do that now. Woo! And then he gives that just a nice little mix. And some of this still needs some like chopping. And apparently if you get this pretty dry, the tofu, it comes out better in the end, even though you're gonna pour vegetable stock in there later. So let's let this all get to know each other. Let me tell you, that tofu soaked up that oil real quick. I put a tablespoon of olive oil in there and it is gone. All right, and then the next thing he does are the spices. I will link the video that I got this from that shows his recipe in the description, so that way you can see how he makes this. This actually smells really good. It uses pumpkin pie spice, believe it or not, which I find very interesting. I am just gonna crank the heat on this a tad because I don't think it's hot enough. I had it on like 6 on my oven, or my stove, so I just cranked it to like halfway up to 8. Alright, I think that's good. I still want a couple nice chunks of tofu in there. And then he added in soy sauce. So we'll do that. See if I can get any more of this oil. Alright. So that's all combined. And then he added in chipotle and adobo. So that's what I'm going to do. I probably should have chopped this up, but you know. I'm doing the recipe exactly as he has it in the video. So we'll see how it goes. It smells really good already, which is really nice. So then he adds in, oh, can't forget the garlic. You measure that with your heart. Yep, that's enough. That's good. Heh. Just use the rest of it. So then he adds in kidney beans. Again, I'm not super fond of I'm not super fond of kidney beans, but we're gonna follow the recipe to a T this time. I have to not be a weenie baby and just eat the damn kidney beans. It's freaking chili. Let's stir that in. Alright, now I think it's getting a little too hot. We're gonna turn it down to 7. Alright, that's stirred in, and then diced tomatoes with the liquid. Stir that in. And then we have the star of the show. Oh, yeah. Let's not forget the onions and peppers. That was almost an out of sight, out of mind mistake. Oh, some of these are not chopped all the way. Oopsie. Alright, so there's that. Stir it all together. This is looking pretty dang good. I am pleased. I don't know if you can see this, but I'll tip the camera in a second so you can get a look. This is like food porn worthy. Alright, so now the butternut squash will go in. I feel like you are the dang cameraman. Alright, now the butternut squash will go in. Oh, this pan is like the perfect size for all of this. My goodness. And so this is a cast iron pan I'm using on a glass top stove. However, it is enameled. You can use enameled cast iron on glass top cooktops. That is fine. This is looking really freaking good. I am excited. Yeah, this is gonna be real nice. And then he put in a cup of vegetable stock. So that's what I will do. Feel like it should have more, but I mean, everything's gonna soften up and render water anyway, so it do be how it do be. That, and it's supposed to be like chili, not soup. My assumption is if you use too much liquid, it becomes soup, so let's see how that goes. And then you're just supposed to cover it and let it cook for a little bit. Yeah. Turn that to 7 and just let it go. Hey friends, we're back. So it wasn't actually 10 minutes, it was 45 that the recipe said, which we have done. So now we are going to... Oh, that's hot, that's hot, that's hot, that's hot, never mind. Let's use an actual pot holder. So now this should be all set. Let's give it a stir. I mean, it looks pretty dang good if I do say so myself. Don't mind the southern accent, I have no idea where that came from. It looks really good though, it smells amazing. Yeah, yeah. It looks like the chipotle pepper that I put in there earlier is pretty broken down too, which is nice. Okay. So, let's give it a fork test. Alright, so the butternut squash is fork tender. Yeah, that's good. I feel like it needs something, I just don't know what. Let's just add a little bit more salt. I know when things need a little something, it's usually some sort of acid. So maybe I'll add some lemon juice. I don't know. We'll see. But let's do this for right now. Just add in a little bit more salt. I mean, it's looking pretty good. I am pleased. Pleased as punch. Alright, let me go get the lemon juice and, well, actually, let me try it first. No, it just needs a little zing. Alright. Just do like 2 capfuls. That should be plenty. The chipotle pepper does give it a really nice heat. Alright, do that. Give it a nice stir and see where we land. Oh, no, that is an entire chipotle pepper. Okay. That will be interesting to eat. Alright, that should be fairly well stirred enough. Let's try some tofu and bean. Yeah, that's what that needed. That's good. I can dig it. And that was the chili, and it's delicious. I had some more just the other day, and chili is always better as a leftover rather than having it fresh. It's just something about reheating it makes it better. And then, let's see. So, sleep's getting better. I know it was a little bit of a struggle last week. I'm doing better about going to bed on time and just getting more sleep on average, so that's good. And then I just wanted to chat about some struggles and some wins that I had this week. So, 2 areas where I struggled quite a bit was actually getting enough water in this week. It was really hard because I usually do, and I'll show you. I usually do 4 mason jars of water a day. It's about 24 to 28 ounces depending on how much I fill it up, and that nets me about 90 to 100 ounces, and then I try and get 1 more of these, or like a Camelback. I have a lot of water. A lot of vessels for water, I should say. I try and do at least a couple of those before bed, and that will get me up into that 120 ounce range, which is where we want to be. So that's just putting this down without dropping it, like I did all over my nightstand before. So that was one point that I struggled. The other was just getting enough steps in. It was really hard. I was really busy at work this past week, and I just, for the life of me, could not pull myself away to go take a walk around the boulevard on my lunch. So there were a couple of days where I didn't get like a whole 8,000 steps in, but you want to know what? I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I still did a weightlifting workout, and then I did have Thursday and Friday off of work this week, which I did get my steps in for. And I did a weightlifting workout. I actually did 2. So I'm not mad. I did plenty to compensate for not getting my steps in for 2 days. Some wins, which is super exciting to share wins with you. So my clothes are fitting better and looser. I've been trying things on that I haven't worn in a while, and they are loose. They're either better fitting or just straight up loose. So I have a really nice pair of, well, a couple actually, of Sherpa lined sweatpants for the winter because my house gets really cold. And the drawstring is now necessary. Like, they'll fall off my butt if I don't have the drawstring tied the tightest it can go, which is great. And then when I put on like leggings or yoga pants, you know how sometimes like they stretch a little bit when you wear them? My yoga pants don't stretch at all anymore. It's great. So it's just, those are nice things to recognize and notice as you're, you know, going and losing weight. I just, And then just, I've really started to notice some changes in my body, like real changes. Like I'm noticing slightly more, and when I say slightly, I mean slightly, like very nitpicky, slightly more muscle definition in my arms. And I mean, that's from a combination of, you know, working out and building muscle, but also losing some fat. So I'm seeing increased muscle definition, particularly in my arms and legs. I still carry a lot of fat around my middle, so I don't think I'm gonna see anything there for a while. But it's just, it's really nice to be able to sort of like feel and see the differences and changes that are happening with my body, which is just super exciting. And then my butt is changing shape, and it's great. So I don't know about you, but I want to have the nicest peachy booty out there. And I'm doing a lot of work to get that. And so for the longest time, because I'm like, I body check in the shower, I just do. I would like feel each side of my butt and be like, okay, where are the differences? And on my right butt, I always had a little bit more where like, you know, like the saddlebags would be, like where your hip and your butt and your thigh meet. There was always just a little bit extra there. And after the Caroline Girvan workout that I did, which was, I believe, the posterior chain workout, and then I had like a couple days off from that, and I went from like the 170 to the 169 because it was a couple days after that workout that I got that jump. I could like feel the difference in my butt, and it was like that little bit of extra chunk on my right booty cheek was gone. So they felt more like even and symmetrical, and it just made me deliriously happy. So yeah, that was just a couple of some fun things that, you know, get me excited and motivated about, you know, why I'm doing this. And I would love for you to share the things and changes that you can do as you lose weight, and like the new abilities that you have with your body as, you know, as you're shedding pounds. Please share those in the comments below. I would love to know. Another thing, I can cross my legs now. And not like ankle to knee cross my legs, like thigh over thigh cross my legs. It's so exciting. It's not completely comfortable yet, but it's doable. And like, that's what's important. That's enough for me. It's exciting because when I started my weight loss journey from the very beginning, before Mounjaro, when I was 234 pounds, I couldn't cross my knees. Well, I couldn't cross my legs like that. I had to do the ankle to knee cross, you know, the manly crossing of your legs. And now I can do it like a lady, which is really nice. But yeah, so those are the things I wanted to share with you this week. But otherwise, yeah, that was it. That was my week 6 on Mounjaro. Super happy to see what week 7 brings. We're gonna really try and pump it up with the exercise. I'm gonna try and do 2 weightlifting workouts in week 7 and see how that makes us feel and how that goes. And that's it. So thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for listening to me ramble about, you know, the minutia of my life and weight loss journey. And I will catch you in the next one. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe to the video so that the almighty YouTube algorithm shares my video with other people who may be interested in the same stuff that, you know, you and I are. Alright, have a great night. Bye!
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.